Here is the truth about how Nigerian influencers and comedians make money, and it is not fraud.
So content creation right now is paying very well.
How much you get paid for a post on the average?
Okay, if I'm to do an advert now, I get to be paid 1.5-2 million naira
For a post?
Yes. In a month, I get, let me say, 5 adverts. That's roughly, let me say, 10 million.
But over the years, we've heard a lot of things over social media about how most Nigerian comedians, influencers, after starting out for about 6 months, 1 year, these guys go out to buy big houses, Benz, and a lot of those expensive stuff. Most people on social media come out to speculate that these guys are actually into fraud and they are only covering up with comedy or influencing or whatever they do.
TikTok is paying, Facebook is paying, YouTube is paying, even Instagram is paying. But our government, Instagram is paying huge amount of money. Right now in UK, they are paying well. You can just stay in your house and do a live video and they are paying you. You're receiving badges. That's money. But here, I don't know why.
This is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and you need to follow attentively. My name is Tammy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to be breaking all of the mystery behind how comedians and influencers in Nigeria make money. So you should subscribe to this channel, follow, and then like this video if you find this insightful. Over the years, these comedians come up from nowhere. People like Sabinus, I knew when he was at less than 100,000 followers. People like Gilmore, people like Lai, and a lot of these comedians, Sydney Talker, lots and lots of comedians have actually emerged from Nigeria. And these are even the popular ones. There are a lot other comedians that are barely known. But these comedians, after a few months of starting out, you find out that these guys start doing luxurious stuffs. And I mean expensive stuffs. So what exactly is it that these guys do that brings them the money? Is it because they are funny? A lot of people can't just wrap their head around the fact that it is comedy or whatever influencing these guys are doing that is making them the money.
Yes, sir, Euphemia.
Now, I am not saying some of these guys might not have shady things that they do. I am not in any way insinuating that, because some of them would probably be doing shady stuffs. But I know one thing for sure. Some of these guys are making a lot of money, even as small influencers. And the crazy thing is, even ordinary people like yourself, if you're watching this video, can also start the same. And you would be shocked that in 1 year or in 2 years, you might also go ahead to buy a Benz, right? I have a friend called Akilabi Praise. So he's not a comedian, he's not an influencer, but he makes as much money as these comedians or influencers, and he's also living a very luxurious lifestyle. And that's how I know that this is possible. What exactly do these guys do? First off, after these guys start making their comedy or influencing, the first thing these guys focus on is building their audience base, right? Now, this might take them a few months, and the process and the time when these guys are building their audience base, they are barely unknown. So you guys don't know anything about them. And when you don't know anything about them, that means you really don't care, right? So they've been at the back room doing all of the grind, but you were not there when they started all of the grind. Now, after a few months of doing this grind, these guys come out, they become a bit popular, maybe with their comedy or with their influencing or whatever they're doing, and they start taking on promotions.
Very well.
Really?
Yes, all you need to do is you fund your Wema bank with at least 5,000 naira. Once you do that, you make sure you perform up to 5 transactions.
Is it just every promotion that makes these guys rich? Not necessarily, because I've tried to advertise on some of these influencers or like platforms with a lot of followers, and you'd see that these guys maybe get paid 1 million, 2 million per gig to influence, right? And in the grand scheme of things, let's say in a month they take 5 influencer gigs, so that means these guys can make 10 million a month. And this is even for the popular ones. Now,
For a post?
Yes. In a month, I get, let me say, 5 adverts. That's roughly, let me say, 10 million.
How exactly are the smaller influencers now making this much money that is helping them afford a house in Lekki, a brand new Benz car, or some even have a Lamborghini. Like I've heard of one that has a Lamborghini, right? So these guys make tons of money. But here is exactly what they do, and I know about it, and I'm going to break it all down to you. Or what these guys do is a simple business model called CPA marketing. I am certain that a lot of these guys don't even know the name of this thing that they do. They just believe that they are influencing. And I'm going to break it all down to you. So, you've probably seen a post like this.
What you need to do now to visit 1xBet. Okay, yeah. Use my promo code FUNNYBET. As you use and play, you're going to get 200%
from someone like even Davido, who is so big, right? Promoting 1xBet. Now, what happens when you use their promo code? Have you actually sat down to think about it? And a lot of people actually really do use their promo code. When these guys get you to use their promo code, they get paid a commission by these companies, right? And it is residual income, right? It is recurring. So month in, month out, these guys keep getting paid for bringing you to maybe 1xBet or any of the platforms that they promote. This is where it gets interesting. What exactly is CPA marketing, right? CPA means cost per acquisition. That is the full meaning of CPA. Some people would call it cost per action, but I like to call it cost per acquisition. And what happens with that is the business you're promoting for, or let's say influencing for, pays you what we call the lifetime or the lifetime perceived value of the customer. So most times it is always way more than what the person or the customer is spending at the first time. So I would give a typical example that you've seen and is quite popular again, which is OctaFX.
A different way now. This one is called OctaFX. Now, OctaFX is a forex trading app. I know that OctaFX is not new to you.
So now, 2020, 2021, 2022, you would see that a lot of influencers promoted OctaFX, right? So if you see this video of Bovi, he was promoting OctaFX, and you see a lot of these guys promoting OctaFX. What happens when you sign up with OctaFX using their link? Now, when you sign up with OctaFX with their link, and you make your first time deposit, these guys get paid anywhere between $200 to $500 for each person that they bring in to start trading on OctaFX. Now, I know it might not make sense to the average person, like why would OctaFX pay them $200 to $500 for bringing one person? And that's where the whole CPA comes around, right? OctaFX believes that these people that they've brought in would continue to do business with them, so they are paying them for like the lifetime value of the people that they've actually brought in to them. So when these guys come into OctaFX and start promoting, let's assume that they list you, because if I decide to promote OctaFX today, I'll probably get a deal that pays me around $200 for each sign up, and I'm not even an influencer, right? So I can imagine the kind of deals that these influencers will be able to strike. So, but let's assume that these guys are making $200 on each person that signs up with OctaFX using their link. We're just going to stick with OctaFX as our example. That means in a month, if this, let's say the influencer has just, or the comedian has just 10,000 followers, they only need to sign up about 100 persons that makes a deposit on OctaFX. And if they are able to do that and meet that quota, that means they would earn $200 times 100. That is going to be $20,000 in one single month for just that video that you see.
OctaFX. Listen carefully so you can learn how to increase income. Focus on me, guys. OctaFX is a global trading platform.
When you see videos like this and these guys put up the videos, you think you're laughing, you're making the comedy, but these guys are making the money, and that is how these guys make the money. So imagine $20,000, and let's use the conservative exchange rate as I speak in Nigeria today. 1,500 naira times $20,000 in a month. That is about 30 million naira a month. Now, over a 1 year period, that means that mini micro influencer that you know would be making anywhere between 200 to 300 million in a year. Now think about it. Will this person be able to afford a Benz? Will this person be able to afford a house? For sure. So this is what these guys do, and this is how these guys make a lot of their money. And it is very, 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 very simple for even the small guys. Now imagine the big guys like Davido, and you'll see, maybe, of course, Davido is very rich already. But look at people like Davido or like all of the other guys doing this type of marketing and brand deals, right? This is the type of money that they make, right? So imagine now the big guys like Davido, like I said, how much are these guys raking in? If the small guys have the potential to make anywhere between 100 million to, let's say, 300 million a month. This is how a lot of Nigerian influencers or comedians actually make their money, and it is not fraud. So I want you to change your mind, the perception on how you see them. If you need their product, of course, use their promo code, help them make money. But not everything you see online is fraud. People make money legitimately. And of course, like I said, I'm not saying some of these people are not involved in shady stuffs, but for the ones that are legitimate, this is one of the ways, or these are one of the ways that they make money. They have a lot of other ways that they make money, but I know about this thing called CPA marketing, and that's why I've decided to make this revelation to you and break it all down to you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel and share this video as well. See you in the next video. Bye.